Hello and welcome to episode number 49 of the BitSocket podcast. I am default choice Scott White.
And I am the Glasgow Jacker, Joe Merrick.
Are you going to explain to me what the Glasgow Jacker is?
You can explain what the Glasgow Jacker is.
The Glasgow Jacker is... right, whenever, like... I don't know why I use this as an example for things, but see, we're staying in a lovely big house in Arran.
Yeah, we're recording this tonight at the Castle Lodge near Brodick Castle in Arran.
Which is lovely, nice big house, lovely countryside.
Beautiful scenery.
And one of our friends is staying in a room on the ground floor. And I was like, well, are you not scared? Like, why are you scared? Like, well, in case someone just looks in your window and jacks off. But, funnily enough, someone reminded me that actually I bring this up quite a lot.
You got it up like 3 times in one day.
So, yeah, we actually wonder now if Joe might be...
4 jackals in one day.
The Glasgow Jacker.
Glasgow Jacker.
Anyway, Joe, we're doing a kind of vaguely video game themed podcast.
Yeah, well, it's vaguely video gamey, vaguely E3.
Yeah, I've got a couple of E3 related features. Couple, one.
But we'll kick off in the traditional way. What have you been playing recently?
Me? You know what? I'm going to give it to you nice and fast.
Go on, give it to me.
Alright, what's the pause button?
It's the Glasgow Jacker.
It's the Glasgow Jacker! He's jacked again! That's the poster. That's the poster for the sequel.
There's been an attack. There's been a jack attack.
Right, so I've been playing the brand new Witcher expansion.
Oh, so you have.
Blood and Wine, which is... I must have put at least 15 hours into it already, and I've barely touched the story. The side quests are so good.
Physics engine's quite advanced in The Witcher, isn't it? It's quite a sort of procedural physics engine, yeah. Does the blood run thicker than the wine, or...?
Oh, Joe. Shut up.
Right, okay.
Shut up. Are you drunk? Is that Isle of Arran?
It is. This is
Clyde Puffer.
This is Isle of, Special Reserve Clyde Puffer from the Isle of Arran Brewery, which Scott bought me today as a well done present for me cycling round Arran.
Well done.
Yeah.
Just be careful when you put it back on the table.
I will. I'll put it over here.
Fucking kill you.
I'll be even more careful putting it on the soft furnishings just in case.
So, yeah, Witcher 3, pretty much this expansion shows up.
Well, its
reputation as one of the best games ever.
Yeah, you loved the vanilla game anyway, didn't you? So
yeah, exactly.
Is it more of the same, or is there new stuff in it?
Well, what's good about it is the expansion takes place in a totally new part of the game. So, like, with the last expansion, Heart of Stone, it still took place within the same map as The Witcher 3,
right,
the core game. This is a totally new area. It's called Toussaint.
Is it like France then?
It feels very European. It feels like it's more in line with like the land of fairy tales. It feels like there's like valiant knights and things like that. It's absolutely. But if you've got The Witcher 3 and you're kind of humming and hawing, buy it. It's amazing. Also been playing Overwatch like everyone else on the internet. I don't know what else I've really got to say.
I've not been playing it.
You've not been playing it.
I've not been playing it.
It's because you hate it.
You know what I hate? Mm-hmm. The reason I'm not going to buy it.
Why?
Because every time I go on YouTube, right, there's an advert for Overwatch before the video I'm trying to watch.
Yeah.
Right? And every advert for Overwatch ends with, is it Tracer?
Don't worry, love.
Yeah, it's Tracer.
The cavalry's here.
It's so fucking annoying.
The Carol...
the Jack is here.
The Jack is here. I think it's very good. I think it's one of the most exciting shooting games I've played in a long time. And because it's not like a Call of Duty game where, like, you know, if you play it long enough, you get better guns.
Yeah.
Everyone has the same gun.
I like that.
Like, everyone has, like, if you go Tracer, for example.
Yeah.
If I go Tracer and you go Tracer,
yeah,
it's the same moveset, it's the same weapon, there's no difference.
Right.
It's just really how experienced you are in using different characters on different levels, and that makes it way more interesting.
That sounds good to me. I like a balanced playing field. Like,
yeah.
I don't like the idea that if you play it for longer, then you're immediately going to win because you're better.
Exactly, no, 100%. And lastly, they're still playing Fire Emblem Birthright.
Yeah, okay.
Which, again,
I've been tempted to buy that every time I go into GeForce in Glasgow, and yet I still haven't bought it because I don't have time. It's good then.
It's excellent. Yeah. Still loving it. Still just marvelling at the fact I've not got horrendously stuck at it.
Well, because that's like, if you've played a game, the same game over 2 episodes of BitSocket, it's usually a good game. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What have you been playing, Joe?
Well, I traded in a bunch of games. Was it last episode? Or was it even in the episode where I was talking about how I don't trade in games?
Yeah.
I was like, I sort of feel attached to them. There was a point in my life where I traded in too many games, so I thought, no more shall I trade in games.
Yeah.
Well, after that...
You went trading in loads of games?
I traded in loads of games.
Nice.
Well, actually, I also gave a bunch of demo discs for the PS2. but I kept the ones I liked. So I've still got
Did you get money for trading demo discs?
Nah, they were like, we can't give you money for these.
I wonder why.
Take them. It wasn't really, right, to be fair, it wasn't really for money, it was more for space.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sort of organise my shit, and there's a lot of games I just don't play. And there's a lot of games that, like, for the PS2, I've got, like, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Yeah, I've got Kingdom Hearts HD. Yeah. So why keep it?
It's not, I've got a few like
it's not like a Metal Gear Solid situation where I'm keeping no matter what. You know, it's I'm not that attached, so I'll keep the HD version. Thank you very much.
Yeah, might as well.
Okami's another one. I kept that one because it means a lot to me.
Yeah,
because
but
even though I've
you'd play it in the PS3, you're playing it.
So I traded that in as well as my old 3DS because I got a new 3DS, and I got a voucher for GeForce.
Wow.
And I said to them, I'm not going to spend that today. Put my name down for a copy of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, please. Mm-hmm. And they were like, do you want the standard edition or the special one? And I was like, can you get the special one? Because it's a Nintendo Store exclusive. And they were like, that's no stopped us before. No, because they got the special edition of Fire Emblem in.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a Nintendo. So I was like, fuck it, guy, if you can get a special one, I'm taking that, right? But that still only takes up like 70 quid of my voucher when it eventually. So the other day I went in and spent 30 quid of my voucher on the new Need for Speed game. You know, the one came out late last year.
Yeah.
Which I had a wee shot of before but never actually owned. And you know what? It's really fucking good. I would go as far and say it's my favourite Need for Speed game I've played, and I loved Need for Speed Most Wanted by Criterion. Yeah. It's great. It's the closest that a car game for me has come to having, like, it's really about car culture. You know, it's like you right at the beginning you get like a choice of 3 not great cars. But you love them because, like, you can do whatever you want to them and tune them up and make them look the way you want them to. And you can also buy our pal Gianni's stickers for your cars.
Yeah, that's amazing.
State of Serra. Like the first cutscene in it, there's a guy wearing a State of Serra t-shirt. And it's like,
that's so
fuck,
cool.
yes. It's really good. The handling...
Wait, State of Serra, did we do any filming there?
We did do filming there. What did we do again?
It was East versus West.
East versus West racing games. That was it.
Is that available anywhere people can watch it?
It's available on YouTube, and it's definitely our most highly produced video.
It's definitely some great content.
It is some great content. So I checked the video out. But Need for Speed, I'm so surprised. The only snag is that it's always online. You have to be connected to internet to play it, even though there's not really much point in it. And actually, the other downside, although it ends up being so bad it's like an upside, is the cutscenes in it. They're all live action cutscenes.
Oh yes,
they're so bad, like terrible. But like I can't admire how terrible they are, you know. So so Need for Speed is great. I'm really, really impressed by it. It reminds me a lot of the Wangan Midnight, sort of the Tokyo Highway battle games that I've got for the Dreamcast and the PlayStation and all that. It reminds me of that a lot because it's all about just like taking your car to the streets at night and just, even though you've got a shit car, just loving it with everything. Yeah, it's really good, really, really good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our first mini feature?
I'm ready for our first mini feature. Hit me.
Oh, I will. Then we'll play. Joe.
Yeah.
Did you know at E3, which has just happened, or happening depending on if you've travelled back in time, or listening to this in a year from now, Hideo Kojima showed off a trailer for his new game.
He did.
Called Death Stranding?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, whatever. Right.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did, right. But do you know that someone found Hideo Kojima's notebook at E3?
Oh, did they?
It turns out there may have been 5 other titles he was going for.
Oh no.
But you know what?
What?
I've mixed them up a little.
Oh.
So I'm going to read you what I think. Well, is this the feature's called Hideo or Hideo no Kojima? Right, okay.
I think you've done the Hideo or Hideo no before.
I think we have. I can't remember what the feature was. Right, okay. So I'm going to read this to you. Is this really one of the genuine alternative titles for the Death Stranding?
Right.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
The Whale Greaser.
No.
That was.
What?
That was one of the alternate.
Was it?
But there's other ones he had in the notebook, so
okay, we'll find out
later on. Sinister Bottom is a feature that I like to do in situations like this where as we said, we're on the Isle of Arran.
We are.
The internet we have here isn't very good.
It isn't.
Sinister Bottom is a feature that happily is a good feature to do when you don't have a lot of internet access.
No.
It involves essentially the least amount of effort.
It does.
From all of our features. For those of you who don't know, Sinister Bottom is when I take the name of a game. In this case, games that were featured and announced at E3 2016. And I've ran them through a thesaurus, thesaurus.com, and Joe's got to guess what the game is.
What they are.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
First up, Ultimate Defender.
Ultimate. Okay, so, ultimate best. Top. I'm not very good at long words here, am I?
You're not.
I'm not very. Ultimate. Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Keep going.
Ultimate. What was the second word?
Defender.
Defender.
Nearly said the real word there.
Oh, that's a good tactic of mine now. Ultimate defender.
Are you giving up?
No. Maybe. Yes, I have. What is it?
The Last Guardian.
Oh, you should have said that.
Oh, fuck off. Right, okay.
That's good. Last Guardian, very good.
Okay.
That's nicely.
Deceased. Departing.
Deceased, departing. Dead. Dead. Rising.
Was it?
Dead Rising 4.
No, it was Death Stranding.
Oh, of course, Death Stranding.
There's no
we
number
just talked
4
about it. We just fucking talked about
Daft bastard.
it.
Glory Strike 2.
Glory Strike. What big twos have been... What?
Well, based on the diet of most folk that go to E3, it's probably a lot of big twos. After a lot of effort, a lot of big twos have been released.
Pending release Q4 2016.
Hope it's not delayed to 2017. Need to see your doctor.
Glory Strike 2. Hero? Glory
No.
Strike.
It's my favourite feature.
Because I've always lose at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Glory Strike 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is the 2 even real?
Not that many.
Glory Strike 2. Strike. Hit. Attack. Bombard.
Bombard, lots of games with the word bombard were announced this year, eh?
Bombard 2.
Bombard.
I don't know.
It was, of course, Halo Wars 2.
Ah, Halo. I would never have got that.
I know.
Aye.
Right, 2 left. Can you bring it back?
Yeah.
Right. Sunshine Spent.
Sunshine Spent.
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine Spent. Oh, that rings a bell. Sunshine Spent.
But there was no game called Sunshine
I know,
Spent.
but like I'm thinking. No, it's like golden something. Golden
No.
light something.
No.
Sunshine.
Sometimes
Cosmic.
I
Cosmic.
What?
Ray.
No.
Help me.
Sometimes I want to,
Right,
but it's
go
not.
on. Go on. Tell me.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. Aye.
Okay,
Yeah,
0 for 4. Last one. Can you bring it back?
No.
Limit. Love Light.
Love Light.
Limit Love Light.
Limit Love. Limit Love Light.
Turn that Love Light off. Or at least limit it.
Limit Love Light. End.
No.
No. Okay. Limit.
I want to help you so much. But would you learn anything out of
I
it?
wouldn't learn anything. It's a learning experience.
It is.
Limit Love Light. Limit Love Light. I tend to Love Light. What the fuck is Love Light? Is that one word? Love Light? Or is
No, Love Light. Limit
2
Love
words. Love Light.
3 words.
Ah, okay.
It's not like a
Well,
flashlight.
that means
touche.
Limit Love Light. No, don't know.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right, I would never have got that. You know why?
Why?
Zero
Uh-huh.
and love.
Well,
What?
is it not a tennis thing?
Is it?
I don't know.
It fucking is a tennis thing. It fucking is a tennis thing.
The jackal strikes again.
Jacker. Been jacked. Oh, my sticky. Well done. That was good.
Okay,
Limit Love Light.
good. Number 2, in Hideo or Hidino. I wonder what that was
Hideo
for. I've
or
definitely
Hidino.
done something with that feature. And it's annoying me because I really should remember these things. Right, so-
will he stay or will he go?
was this really one of the possible titles
For Death Stranding.
for Death Stranding?
Hit me.
Shitty Beach.
No.
It was?
What? Oh, what?
Oh, well.
Ah.
So,
Doesn't make sense.
so it's 0 for 2. Let's see how you do later on. You know.
Scott, what was your favourite E3 in recent memory?
Oh, I don't know, they're all kind of equal. But why not? I don't know. Last year's was good, wasn't it?
Oh, well, that was quite good. You know, my favourite E3 was
Late on me.
E3 2012.
Why is that, Joe?
Because I got to go.
Oh shit, you were there, Brent. I always forget you.
I won a competition which let me present PlayStation Access's coverage of E3 2012. It was a great week. It was a great prize. And when I say great prize, I mean it was fucking hard work. I never get any sleep or any food. But thanks,
Nice.
Sony. But I don't know if any of you have watched the videos that resulted in that. Not only did they have lots of comments underneath saying, "What the hell is this guy saying?"
Yeah.
But also, it struck many people that know me and know my taste in games that I was lying through my teeth quite a lot.
Alright, okay.
I was lying through my teeth because a lot of the games I was reporting on weren't my taste in games, and some of them weren't very good.
Okay.
So I've gone back to those videos in my archive, right? And I've come up with a feature called Diplomatic Joe.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. So you've got to guess from my diplomatic language where I call various games the biggest game of the show, because I couldn't call it the best because I wasn't that fussed about it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to play you 5 clips of me introducing features or interviewing developers, and you've got to guess from what I've said what the game is.
Okay,
right, okay.
I'm into this.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. So, clip number 1.
Okay, we're here to have a chat about one of the biggest games of the show. See if you had one of the motion sensors, right? What would your survival strategy be?
There we go. One of the biggest games of the show.
Motion sensors. Oh,
One of the biggest games of the show of E3 2012.
right, so it'd be...
One of the biggest games.
Was it the Alien? Not the good Alien game that came out, but the bad one. So not Isolation, but it wasn't AVP. It
No.
was Alien.
You're almost there.
Alien. I know it was an Aliens game.
Right, I'm going to give you it. It was
Right.
Aliens Colonial Marines.
Oh, that was it.
It was the one that was meant to be like the big, it's set in the Aliens universe. It's like the proper sequel to the film Aliens. Anyway,
It was shit.
It was shit.
Oh.
One of the biggest
That was
games of
good.
the show. Okay, clip number 2.
Okay, we are currently creating a health and safety hazard behind closed doors at the Activision stand, where we're going to be talking to David Anthony, one of the developers of only the biggest game there is at the show.
Oh, it must be Call of Duty.
Oh, which Call of Duty? E3 2012.
Maybe Black Ops 2?
Yes, you're right, you got it.
fuck
Well
me.
done.
That's-
Your E3 knowledge is...
That's embarrassing.
Wow. Okay.
Please don't tell
2 for
anyone I
2
do
so
that.
far. So, number 3, here we go.
It's the red wine I'm drinking.
This might be the embarrassing one, actually. The
But
one.
it's clear just from the wee shot I just had there, this is shaping up to a really special game, and I really enjoyed it, despite the fact I was pissed at it.
Oh.
Shaping up to be a very special game. We did review that game in 2012.
Oh, right. Lost Planet 3?
No.
Oh.
It's Hitman Absolution.
Oh, shit.
Shaping up to be a very special game.
What is your... Not your favourite. What is your most special game?
I know. It's like I was so careful with the language.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Number 4. Is that you get it wrong? So
I
it's
got
2
it
out of 3
wrong.
so far.
2 out of 3.
Bit of an awkward moment to start with because it starts with a naked woman on the screen. Obviously, it's a wee bit awkward seeing that in a room full of other men walking about.
That's the worst. When I was going through that was the worst moment.
Starts with a naked woman on the screen? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm trying to think of games that start with a naked woman on the screen. 20.
I'll give you a clue if you want. Mm-hmm. You had this game for a while.
Oh, fuck.
That doesn't narrow it down. I know,
It doesn't.
but-
Naked woman. Lollipop Chainsaw?
No, she doesn't get.
No,
She doesn't get naked.
What is it?
It's Far Cry 3.
Oh!
Yep.
Far Cry 3.
Yep.
Shit, yeah, that's up.
2 out of 4 so far.
Oh,
So this
see,
is
I thought I was doing well.
This is the clincher.
Right,
You
okay.
could equalise here.
Alright.
Well, maybe not. Right, okay. Clip 5.
And one last question. Can you confirm, will there be downloadable content where you get to relive Commander's glorious moment when we win the 1997 Scottish Cup?
So we tend to make things that are really popular, and I'm not entirely sure that would be.
Cheeky fucking bastard.
He's a cheeky cunt. He really
Cheeky
is.
bastard.
Yeah, aye. You should see the face that he uses when he says that to me as well. And I have to give the most polite laugh.
Would that be FIFA 2013?
Yeah, right. Well done.
Embarrassing.
I know.
My favourite one is the picture of you sitting in the Star Trek, the captain's chair.
Yeah.
Is there women standing next to you?
Yeah.
Bored looking.
It annoys Richie a little bit this because neither of the women are dressed as Vulcans, but they both did the Vulcan hand sign.
Oh.
It's like... So that was Diplomatic Joe.
Hello, Diplomatic Joe. Joe.
Yo.
Hideo, or Hidino,
Go on.
was this potentially an alternate title for Death Stranding?
Hit me.
Norman's Dick. It's what the people want.
How do you know? Because you can't see it. You never see it.
It was.
What?
Alternate title, Norman's Dick. Potentially that might be the subtitle though.
Yeah. If we see it.
Oh, we will fucking see it. Usually around this time in the podcast we would do a feature that we call Is It Canon? However, Joe has not prepared.
Well, we've been internetless.
Internetless. In fairness,
Yeah.
we have no internet.
Yeah.
What we're going to do instead is a feature that I have called Kim's Job. And essentially this is see if you're not interested in something that's not video games related, just go on to the questions at the end. There's something there.
Yeah.
But this essentially is born of Kim was talking about one of the more difficult parts of her job, which is in the programme that she does, she sometimes has to find songs which fit in with certain scenarios.
Yeah,
so
she edits for daytime television, by the way. So like, right now she's editing a daytime television program.
So sometimes it might be a phrase someone says or an action they do, and she has to try and find, in the way that some TV programmes do, something that essentially is exactly what
a popular song that folk recognise, a wee needle drop, stick it in there.
Like a dog gets out
Who let
and
the
runs
dogs
about,
out?
who let dogs out, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we during dinner started suggesting, and we started out quite like
Tame.
just a couple, and then we got really involved. And essentially, this is what we're going to do. I've got 5,
and I've got 5,
you got 5, and we're just going to like gentleman's agreement. We'll decide who does the anecdote better.
Yeah.
Would you like to go first, or shall I?
So
the format is we essentially need to describe the scenario which leads to the song being played.
Right, okay. Now you go first.
Okay, right.
Go on.
So opens up, right, and the one of the presenters, the male presenter's doing a bit of, what do you call it, VT?
Yeah, VT. Yeah, top piece to camera.
Piece to camera.
Yeah.
So a piece to camera, and they're filming. This time they're filming in Dunlop.
Right, okay.
In Ayrshire.
Dunlop. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
Filming in Dunlop, but keeps going at Comores. Films as said, we're here in wonderful Comores. We're here at and the director keeps in his ear, we're in Dunlop.
Yeah.
Stop saying Comores, we're in Dunlop. And it takes 4 times. He keeps saying it as if he's, you know. Sometimes you get some stuck in your head and you just keep going back and back and back. Keep saying it, and the folk around him, you can see they're getting a bit agitated, and he's getting can be a bit upset because he's a professional. He's got public around him, and he just keeps saying it, and then he's getting so like wound up about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, right, no, I can do it. This is the one, and he says, right, we're here in beautiful Comores. Oh, oops, I did it again. Straight into Britney Spears. Oops,
I did it again. Very good. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear your first one.
Okay, right. So it's a celebrity version of the show. So one of the celebrity guests they've got is Jamiroquai, JK.
Okay.
JK from Jamiroquai, and he always wears the same thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He always wears sort of tracky top thing. He always wears sort of iconic. His beanie.
His hats. Yeah,
his beanie hats. Right. And he wears it everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Of course he does, because it's part of his look. It's part of his look. So every shop visit they do is part of the show.
Yeah.
He's always got it on, right? But there's one particular shop they go to. The owner of the shop is he's quite particular about manners.
Yeah.
Because obviously, when you're outside, you wear your hat outside.
Yeah.
But then when you go inside, you're meant to take it off because it's very polite.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So he said, he asked Jamiroquai, can you take that off, please? Is that okay? And Jamiroquai's like, well, no, I can't do that. It's part of my look. So the producer, they have to stop rolling.
Yeah, of course.
The producer rolls in. He's like, look, listen, can we just work something out here? Because we're just going to be here for 5 minutes, right? You do a couple of shots, just look for some items, to move to buy. Won't be long, right?
Yeah.
Shopkeeper's humming and hawing. And he's like, all right, okay, but I'll let you do it. You can keep your hat on.
That's so bad. That was so bad. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say... Alright, I'm going to give that one to you, 'cause it's really bad. Really bad.
Yeah. The worse they are, the better they are.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
definitely.
Like,
Right,
okay.
you ready?
Yeah.
So, filming a piece to camera. All mine are going to start up. And it's in a bookshop.
Yep.
And he's going through all these books that have been sold in this bookshop.
Yeah.
So he says, there was an original printing of Great Expectations that was sold for lots of money at auction. There was a signed copy of, I don't know, the first dictionary ever written. Signed copy of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about tomes of import. And they're all, and he's going through...
King James Bible.
Yeah, and it's all leading up to like an interview with the guy who owns and runs the bookshop, who's kind of been like part of this team. He kind of started to kind of find these important books, bring them to the public's kind of knowledge. I mean, he does sell them, of course. He's got to make money, but it's all about kind of bringing this kind of knowledge from these old books forward. And he's kind of walking through the shop, walking towards where they've marked out for him to stand to start the interview. And he starts talking, well, one of the most important books, of course, in fact, not even a book, that this guy found and sold was, of course, a map. It was believed to be the map of the world that Christopher Columbus used when he was going to find the New World.
Right.
It was Christopher Columbus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for saying that, it's Chris Columbus is the director of the Harry
yeah.
Potter. Christopher Columbus is, and of course... Columbo. And of course, they found the map, they restored it, and they sold it at auction, $1.3 million. It's amazing. So here we are. Here is the man who sold the world. And of course, goes into the man who sold the world.
Very good. Okay. Mine's just not very long, this one.
Oh, that's cool, that's fine.
Right, okay. So they go to a particular shop, right?
Okay.
It's rather than being antique sort of items, like ornaments and stuff like that, it's antique clothing. It's like, okay, well, that's, because people don't usually sell that. It may be something quite unique for the show to have in it. So antique clothing, right? So you've got like bowler hats, old sort of dresses, old suits, things like that, tweed jackets, cardigans. There's one particular cardigan, it's sort of frayed at the edges a little bit, but it's actually, it was worn by someone very important in history, a true, historical figure. It was their sort of casual wear. Yeah. And so they've kept it in as good condition as they can without, they haven't restored it too much because it would ruin the sanctity of the piece. But they have to kind of keep it looking alright. And so obviously bits keep on falling off. Yeah. Like, the collar starts to come undone, starts to kind of tear away the edges. The pocket was obviously hanging down a little bit and stuff like that. The buttons, they keep on falling off. And they have to put the buttons back on, obviously. Right? They have to put the buttons back on. And there's like 6 buttons in this thing, right? And all of them have fallen off at various times, but one more than any keeps on falling off. They just can't get it back on, it always falls off again. It's the hardest button to button.
I think you get that one as well.
What? No, you're so much better than that.
Okay, I'll take that.
The man who sold the
I'll take that. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, actually, just before we were boring everybody we were at dinner with about 25 of these earlier.
So we're giving you that same example, the same sample of
the dinner experience,
getting to hang out with BitSocket and them fucking ruining dinner. Right. So they're filming, as a lot of these programmes do, they sometimes have segments where the presenters are driving.
Yeah.
And kind of, it's not really actually about the subject of the show. He's just kind of talking about what he loves when he's in his car, and he's talking about he loves the camaraderie of the road. He loves straight roads. Right. He loves a corner. Right. He loves a bypass. Right. Loves getting onto the motorway. Loves passing points. Right. But above all else, what the presenter loves is the humble roundabout. Right. And they play roundabout.
With like the theme song?
No, like Roundabout by Yes.
Oh, of course, okay.
Fucking.
Yeah. But, that was good.
Fucking plum.
That was good. Okay.
The theme song.
Okay, so,
Roundabout.
Yeah, from Roundabout. That's Magic Roundabout, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. Oh, it's Magic Roundabout.
Okay. Right.
I've only had one glass of wine.
I know.
Right. We can do this, come on.
Not all antique shops are antiques. Some of them is more about memorabilia, collectible items, because they're worth a lot of money.
A lot of money.
And obviously there's a lot of big things that people like to collect, especially from the world of movies.
Yeah.
People get fanatic about movies. They like to collect anything they possibly can. One shop visit is actually props from a certain film. Well, there's lots of films that they have props from, but it specialises in one in particular. It's all the swords and shields and armour worn in the popular Lord of the Rings films.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, obviously, the guy who collects this, he's a character.
Oh,
He's a character.
has to be.
Of course, he's a character, right? So, if the presenters have to get a wee bit of an interview with him, so like, where'd you get all this stuff? And he's like, well, I'm obsessed with the films. I've wrote to the production company a lot. I've visited the sets. I actually went to New Zealand. Because that's where they filmed Lord of the Rings. Yeah. I've been to New Zealand because I really needed to go. I wanted to visit Middle Earth, and to me, New Zealand is Middle Earth. And in fact, I'm so. I think Middle Earth's too formal a name. I call it ME. Right, Middle Earth. It's a bit of a shorthand for it. ME. Have you ever been to ME? And the presenter's like, no, I've never been to me.
such a fucking. To me. You're from Middle Earth. Oh. You win that one. You win that by a mile. Okay. Right, okay. Two more.
Yeah. This is either the best feature or the worst feature we've ever done.
I think it's aiming towards the worst.
Yeah.
Right. So, with a lot of these shows, daytime shows, they have little bits about, like, the kind of places they're being shot. So, like, for example, if there's an abbey nearby, they'll usually walk around the abbey. If they're doing it in York, they'd maybe have a walk down the shambles, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, where they're filming for this one is Reading.
Okay, yeah.
And Reading is actually known for, it has a brand new distillery. They opened up doing gin.
Okay.
And it was actually started by, like, folk at school. It was like a project that kind of started at school. So these, like, kids, 14, 15, like, teenagers.
Right.
And they started to distill gin.
Right.
Obviously, they're not allowed to taste it.
Yeah, of course.
That's the rules.
Yeah.
But they're taking the presenter on a wee guided tour. This is one of the newest gin distilleries. It's a really great news story. They've helped raise a lot of money for the school to help kind of rebuild parts of it. It's amazing.
It's nice.
And of course, like presenter has to have a wee sample.
Yeah.
So he takes a wee sip of gin, and he's like, "Oh, it tastes lovely. Like really, it tastes amazing." But what's more interesting to me is the scent, is the aroma coming off the gin.
Okay.
And one of the kids is like, "Well, what does it smell like?" And he's like, "Well, to me, it smells like a teen spirit."
That is good.
These are like the worst
very good
jokes.
It's like 18 spirit.
Like, you know, it's one of those bullshit jokes.
Bad jokes.
Bullshit
jokes. Right. Okay. So at one point,
by the way, if you do this is part of your job and you use any of these songs, we need to be in the credit.
Yeah, but it has to be for that situation.
Yeah, I know.
If that situation arises and you use that song, you have to credit Bitsocket. Okay. So at one point they stop off at a museum, because they know that it isn't just about buying things and selling things.
Of course.
It's about culture. It's about history. It's about social history. It's about the people we are. It's about technology. It's about what makes us technological advances during the industrial age, things like that. They visit a social sort of a history museum, history of engineering, and there's all these different exhibits. There's obviously like steam engines, and there's like building works and things like that. You know. And there's also sewage as well, because it's a big part of what has helped channel the course of human history and our advancement is sewage and how and the sewage system and how we dispose of waste. And obviously one of the things we use most is a toilet. Yeah, toilets. And there's a lot of prototype toilets that are, you know, because obviously it took a while to get to the porcelain throne that we're used to. And one of them actually, the mechanism's actually quite unique, because obviously it wasn't the same as the one we use now. Very, very unique, one of a kind toilet from, you know, a prototype toilet from hundreds of years ago. Yeah. The presenter just looks at it and just goes, "What a loo." Waterloo.
Thing is, like, listening to you missed Joe's expression. Waterloo.
Waterloo. I don't know, I think that was pretty bad, that one.
That was good.
You get that.
That was good.
You get that. So it's even Stevens got in the last round. Who will win it?
Christmas special time. What better time of year than to get the celebs on?
Of course.
So our main presenters have partnered off a celeb.
Yep.
One team, we've got the presenter and Timmy Mallet. Other team, we've got the presenter and, of course, famous songstress, Kim Wilde.
Yep.
Everyone loves Kim Wilde.
I'm trying to work out this is going down.
Oh, you'll find out pretty soon.
Okay.
So, Kim Wilde. So, they're walking and they've decided this place is packed with shops full of antiques, bric-a-brac, collectibles. In fact, it's an even number of shops on both sides of the street. So one team say, right, well, we're going to take the left side, and the other team say, we're going to take the right side. And they they're getting themselves all ready to go. And just right before they say, go! Kim Wilde decides she wants to be on the other side of the road.
Right, okay.
So there's a big argument. Because Tim Mallet already had his wee eye, his wee bit of side eye on like a glorious bust in one of the windows. He was like, I'm having that bust. Right, okay. Having that bust. That's going to make me coin. Right. Top coin. And there's a big argy-bargy. And so the presenters are like, well, what do we do? Like, Kim wants to do this. We don't want to annoy her, but at the same time we don't want to annoy Timmy Mallet, because Timmy Mallet was a good get. Yeah. For this, especially Christmas. That's the time for Timmy Mallet.
That is the time for Timmy Mallet.
And they say, well, right, what do we do then? Do we let Timmy stay on this side, or, I mean, do you feel comfortable walking on the wild side?
Knew that's where that was going. I bloody knew that. That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. Okay, last one from me.
Right. Okay.
Pressure's on.
It is on.
Right. Well, so
well, that was the last one.
It's the same celebrity episodes from earlier. So Jamiroquai's in one team, right? But we're following another team this time. So it's Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, that's good.
I know. Big get.
Well done.
Big budget. They've got a Hollywood star, Harry Potter himself, right? Daniel Radcliffe. So they're visiting lots of shops, because even though he's a young man, still, he's got a discerning character to him. Yeah. Right? He'll spot a bargain.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll sell something.
He's known for bargains.
Yeah, he's known for bargains. So they go to this antique shop. There's all manner of things. There's ornaments. There's paintings. There's old golf clubs even.
Oh, wow.
There's musical instruments. There's a gramophone player.
Oh.
A gramophone record player. And there's a record playing in it already. Yeah. Right? And Daniel recognises the song.
Oh, right.
It seems to bring back memories in him. The cameras are rolling at this point. So this is all gold. This is all in the show, right?
Yeah.
Daniel, it's quiet. The presenter starts like, oh, what's he doing? He just lets Daniel have his moment. Daniel closes his eyes. Camera's still rolling. He recognises the song. It brings back memories. He starts singing along because he knows the words. Yeah. He hums a little bit and he sings. He sings along. He starts crying. The presenter's like, Dan sings with tears in his eyes.
Right, yeah. You win.
I win Kim's job.
You win Kim's job. So finally, you've got a job.
I do, yeah, finally. After all this time waiting, no longer a jacker must I be.
I've taken my wife's job.
Taking a celebration drink.
And that was...
And we'll never do that again.
our worst ever feature. You're welcome. Hideo Kojima.
Hit me.
Question number 4. Remember, there was a notebook found with other titles for Death Stranding.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this could be one I've made up. Let's go for it. Are you ready?
Yep.
It was Baby's Big Day Out 2.
No. How do you know?
Hideo, yes. So,
Thing is,
0 for 4.
That makes sense, though, because there's a baby in it.
Mm-hmm. And it's got a big day out.
It's a big day out.
2.
Okay, and now it's time for you guys to say your bit. This obviously being our E3 special.
That was good. I didn't see that coming.
We asked, we're recording a new podcast this week. Tell us, what's been your favourite game shown at E3 this year? And a supplementary question, actually.
Which was also your biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointments. So we'll do the Facebook first, as tradition dictates. I don't know why that became
it's tradition, but not popularity dictates.
Ben Burns, maker of a game that we are going to have a video about very soon.
Yes.
He says Breath of the Wild, that's the new Zelda by the way, looks incredible, but they've made Link right-handed, so thanks but no thanks. No, he's right-handed in Skyward Sword and that's it. So it's
probably because the majority of people using the motion controls were right-handed.
Has it got motion controls in it?
What?
The new?
I don't fucking know. Don't ask me.
But anyway, says, just kidding, I'm totally going to get it. Also, until I see Link's penis on screen, I'm working on the basis that Link is a girl. They've already said, you can't go girl Link. You can't go girl Link.
Aye, wee bit disappointed.
Let's avoid that topic,
because
there's a lot of really charged emotions about it.
Yeah.
I think it's a shame, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's the bit socket line, we're disappointed. Well, no, we're not disappointed. We're sort of...
It would have been really good.
Yeah, it would have been nice,
done it.
but
it's not going to stop me from buying it.
Yeah, exactly. And it shouldn't stop you from buying it if you're into Zelda. Okay, Richard Trope, again, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, has been a standout for me, simply beautiful. Also, Detroit, Become Human, has an aesthetic that I think I can enjoy immersing myself in, although I must say that I'm impressed by the showing of Battlefield 1, even though I generally don't like FPS games. Detroit, you liked to look at that, didn't you?
I did.
That's the David Cage one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I like about it is
there a SWAT team in it?
Yes.
Fucking David Cage and his SWAT teams.
What I liked about it was, it seems like one of the first ones he's talked about where it did genuinely seem like incremental differences were important.
Right.
So, like, for example, in the trailer it shows an android saving a girl from another android.
Right.
But certainly in the trailer it showed him saving her in loads of different ways that meant he saved the girl and he talked the guy down, once where he killed the guy, once where he died.
Yeah.
It looked like it might actually get to the point where he's delivering on this idea, because when Heavy Rain came out, it's like, you can die anytime, and you can only really die properly at set times in the game. So I wonder if this is maybe the first time he's going to deliver. And the setting looks cool. It's all about like androids and stuff like that. So
it's funny, just because I've been listening to you talk for like a minute there.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to end with a song name there. John Blackley, he says Scalebound. That's actually quite a controversial choice. A lot of people have been disappointed by that. Skyrim, Zelda, Fallout 4 DLC, E3 was ace for the Xbox One. It's true, actually, they had a good showing. In fact, I think most of them had a good showing.
I think
Titanfall 2 also looks pretty epic. I've actually not watched any of the Titanfall 2 stuff because I didn't have internet at the time.
I've heard a lot of people seemed really impressed with it. It's not really... It's a big mech game, I suppose. I like big mechs.
I like big mechs,
Aye, but
I think, right, Andy Hamilton of Midnight Resistance fame, he's a big Titanfall sort of defender. He's a big fan of it, and I trust his judgment when it comes to FPS games. So I missed out on it because I didn't have an Xbox One, obviously. But I think Titanfall 2 is multi-format, isn't it?
Yeah, it is multi-format.
So I might be tempted.
I do like big robots.
I like big robots.
Right, so move on to Twitter.
Yep.
That's the platform du jour. Sonic Yoda came with Scalebound. It doesn't look like a game that has a very strong idea of what it wants to be, and it's loaded with #too-edgy dialogue.
I'm assuming that's a disappointment then.
Yeah. Should have prefixed that approach. I've not actually seen much of Scalebound. I think I know it sounds bad, but you see, because it's coming out on PC
and the Xbox, which we don't
have either of. So I know that sounds bad, but
we're not made of money.
I know, and I think again because it's a platinum game, it makes it even worse that I might not get to play it. So
Hey,
I
but
don't think there's anything wrong with edgy stuff though, because remember Dante is the king of edge.
Yes,
He's all edge.
He is all edge.
He's a guy made of edge carrying a big edge. He's got 2 guns, both called Edge. His favourite guitarist is The Edge. Favourite wrestler is The Edge. When he orders some pizza, he gets The Edge pizza. Do they still do that? That was pizza. Topping goes right to the edge. So it drops off your head.
Move on. We're going to skip a few of them because a lot of them
There's
are the same.
a lot of Zelda ones.
A lot of Zelda.
Siam
Ahmed, yeah.
Berserk, Muzo.
Oh, fuck.
announced.
Right, they didn't show anything of it, but just the fact they're making a Berserk Muzo, I'm cool with that.
Aye.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to get into reading
Did you play the Berserk game that I got for the Dreamcast?
I played a bit of it.
Aye. It was ropey,
okay,
but it was good fun. It was one of these sort of B-tier games that it's still pretty good.
But, that kind of thing where it's one guy with a massive sword fighting hundreds of people will work perfectly
that appeals to me,
in that genre.
Yeah.
Sonic Yoda as well said he liked Look of Bound, reminds him of El Shaddai, which is a personal favourite, and I loved El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron.
So good.
That was an amazing fucking game.
Aye.
Sam Smith, that's another shout for Berserk. Let's have a look.
It's actually a little side note.
Yes.
Sam Smith and Siam Ahmed have started their own podcast recently about Gunpla.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 2 Gunpla podcasts that are in our network of friends that we... We're
just surrounded by Gunpla.
I know, yeah.
Cammy Toman says, very into that Horizon Zero Dawn game. Witcher liked combat in a very gorgeous style. Hope it works out great. I'm kind of... I think I'm more excited about it now once I saw the kind of boss fight at the end of it, and I thought, this looks like it could be really interesting. I'm still a wee bit... There's still a wee question about it, whether or not is that all the game will be?
Yeah.
But no, I like the look of it. And the main character looks quite good as well, so I'm kind of big hope for that. I also liked how when it showed it looked like certainly when you were just playing the game there was no HUD. It looked like things happened and you used buttons, but it looked like it was clear unless you started hitting buttons.
Yeah.
And again, I quite like that kind of when you've got an amazing looking game, don't fucking clutter it.
Yeah.
Just make it look simple and I much prefer simplicity. Jim
Big
saying
fan of the Getaway then. There was no screen furniture in that at all.
It's the game of the year. Jim, Alex Hug Bro, again another one for Zelda, saying it definitely feels like the newest thing that was shown this week.
It does. I think it's because it looks so different from other Zeldas. It's like it feels new and fresh. So I agree with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it did. But though I would say, and I think it is mentioned as well, like Death Stranding is. Fuck knows what it is.
Fuck knows what it is.
Like, there's actually the Kojima Productions Twitter account had this big night. Here's 9 things about it. Talk about rope and stick. It's all about you might get a stick to play online, but you might get a rope. I was kind of reading it, being like, fucking, just don't, because it'll be a platformer. Like, I don't know. I think I'm very excited about it, but I also know that I don't know. Is Kojima? Here's something. I'm taking a wee second here.
Go on.
Is Kojima the Japanese Peter Molyneux?
Oh.
Is it?
You've said that and you can't take it back.
Is he?
You've said that. You've asked
is
that.
No, and I'm not meaning that he necessarily promises the same, but do you think it's just the way he is and the way things are put together that he promises more than he delivers sometimes?
I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to partake.
Right, okay. You don't need to verbally, but give me a wee wink if you think I'm kind of on the right track. Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you. I'm not saying... Don't be wrong, I've got a lot of respect for Peter Molyneux. For some things. But, I just feel sometimes that it's like... I don't know.
Do you think...
I'm trying to think...
Do you think that Death Stranding is like a Curiosity style thing? Like we've all got to just tap Norman Reedus' dick.
Oh, yeah. Camera pans down.
One of his wins a
it's
chance
like, you know, in old British pubs... I'd probably get it in other countries as well. Like, you'd have, like, the KP nuts... And it'd be like this, like it'd be a cardboard like backing.
Yeah.
Like, you take the nuts off it, but underneath there's a naked woman. Do you think it's a bit like that? You tap and like you'd say, "Oh, I've got a wee bit. Oh, there's a wee bit of shaft. Come on, hit a vein."
You know what I'm disappointed by with Death Stranding, right? You know the baby disappears and all that in the trailer. See if that ends up being fucking metallic Archaea. I'm gonna flip my nut.
Right, let's keep going. Steve Scribbles says, "I've got high hopes for that Spider-Man game, but also that COD Infinite Warfare gameplay footage really took me by surprise. I've not watched any of the Call of Duty stuff, I'm afraid. But, take your word for it. But, Spider-Man game? Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean...
Spider-Man 2.
It's funny how it was like, that was
PS2
like the last thing we
was
talked
amazing.
about, as if it was like a big, whoa, look at this big thing. The thing is, right, see if it is like a PS4 beautiful looking version of Spider-Man 2 the movie for the PlayStation 2, I'm fine with that, because that was a fucking good game.
Because the thing was, the actual, like, in terms of the story mode of the game, it was like 20 minutes long.
Aye.
But actually just experiencing the city. It was one of the first games that I played where I thought, this feels like someone's sat down and was like, right, what can the superhero do? Right, so he can jump, he can swing from buildings, he's got spider sense, he can fight. And they literally just, right, so let's get jumping good.
Aye.
And they give him that amazing jump meter. So you hold, the more you held it down, the higher you jumped.
Yeah.
And they got the swinging right. It just felt like the first game, before even the Arkham Asylum games kind of came out and got a kind of reasonably good idea of what Batman should feel like, it felt like they nailed it. It was just the problem was the city was kind of empty and a bit repetitive. But there was points when you were swinging down from the Empire State Building all the way downtown, you think, there was nothing like it at the time.
Yeah.
And it was mind-blowing.
It was.
And it had Bruce Campbell
Yeah.
doing voiceover for it as well. Right, we'll just do a few more, because as we say, there's a lot of similar ones here. Sean Davies said, favourite was God of War, a.k.a. Kindergarten Chop.
Good.
That's good.
That's good.
I've heard the kind of you God of War,
he has a beard now.
He's a Viking. And they've changed the camera angle. It's not that mad, far-out camera now. It's like just a normal third-person camera angle.
Okay.
It's that weird camera, the
It's
God
like,
of War game.
we've rebooted it. We've changed the camera.
Lewis Park said, good to see Crash Bandicoot get a remaster from the ground up.
Is it?
Is that a remaster from the ground up?
Yeah, no, it is, but is it good? That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to say anything about it. But he also says that Resi demo still haunting me. Resi 7 demo, have you played it?
I left it downloading and it took all day, and then by the time it had finished downloading I had to pack and then go to bed for this holiday.
I've downloaded it and I played it for a minute and it was too much.
As a man who still hasn't finished the PT demo because I'm too fucking scared of it.
It is weird though how it's kind of like, because I think they have said like this isn't going to be an action-packed Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But at the same time it does seem weird to like announce it with a demo that is kind of aping
EPT.
the big demo from last year.
Yeah.
It does. Was PT last year? 2 years ago. It does seem a wee bit like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Aye. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Because PT did so well because folk were streaming it, finding all the secrets. That's exactly what's happened to the Resi 7 demo. It's clever. It's clever. But in terms of like, was it necessarily the idea to would that sell the game to me?
Yeah.
No, because I fucking couldn't play PT.
Yeah.
So right, a few more. Someone's put a picture, the gorgeous picture of Link climbing that rock face.
Yeah.
That was that was shown off.
Can't wait for that game.
Ryan Teague says For Honor looks like it might be fun, although worried about the Ubisoft downgrade effect. And the new Pokemon looks awful, but we'll still buy. So For Honor, that's the Ubisoft. It's like the Knights in Armour RPG, but it's no like a fantasy game.
Yeah.
I kind of like that idea.
Oh, that's like, but see the people who have been, there's a small team who raised money on Kickstarter to make a non-fantasy medieval RPG years ago, and they've been toiling away at it. Small team toiling away at it for years and years and years. And then Ubisoft like, that's a good idea. Let's get a 200-man team to make it. And like, for fuck's sake.
Thank you, Senpai. And Pokemon, there's lots of folks slagging off the Pokemon. I wonder if it's more to do with
Pokemon Go? Or Pokemon...
no, I think it's the new new Pokemon.
Sun and Moon.
Because I think loads of folk were annoyed because when Nintendo started the stream, they showed like 10 minutes of Zelda, then 4 hours of Pokemon. But do you know what I would say to that?
Right.
It's like,
just turn it off and come back later.
You're on the endless, entertaining internet.
I know.
You can turn it off.
Yeah, you can watch anything else. Play a game.
All the Zelda stuff's on YouTube.
I know, yeah. Just watch the Zelda trailer over and over again.
Watch Bitsocket. Seriously
though, yeah.
See if something on the internet's not very good,
just watch Bitsocket
there's
instead.
The rest of the internet.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Netflix? So what's this website I'm even on? I'm streaming this through YouTube. The Nintendo thing's the only thing on YouTube, isn't it? Sorry. Oh, we got one here from 2000 Marbles. Nude Norman Reedus and Viking Kratos nearly won it, but it's got to be the new Zelda.
Yeah.
Shame I'm a bad boy and don't have a Wii U. You are a very bad boy.
It's alright, you can make up for it by either buying a Wii U now or buying an NX when Zelda comes out.
Oh, I'm going to have to buy
whatever the NX is.
I'm going to have to buy
You know what I'd like? See if like the NX release date comes around, we've heard nothing about it, but there's queues at every video game shop waiting. What the hell is the NX? The die-hard Nintendo fans are there, money in hand, to buy it, not even know how much it costs. They put it on YouTube at the same time. There's a stream, Reggie walks out and he says, the NX has been inside you all along. it's like it's I don't know, it's new technology, the Nintendo.
I just think it would be really good if like the NX didn't exist.
Yeah.
And it was just a Wii U.
Yeah.
Just a Wii U in a slightly different colour.
With a go faster stripe on it.
Yeah. Right, a few more. Yuri Litvinenko. Apologies for my pronunciation.
Why does the NX look like a leftover Year of Luigi Wii U? Sorry, on you go.
It says adventure title Recore turned out to be a weird auto-aim shooter with RPG bollocks.
That's a shame, because the trailer for the sort of unveiling trailer for that last year looked really nice.
As disappointments, a 3-way tie between Recore, Scalebound and almost the entirety of EA's conference.
Wow.
Woof.
Woofed.
Eat
Aye,
that.
FIFA has a story mode in it. My name
is football.
And I will learn
Football.
That is my story.
Football. Let's have a look. Matt says Quake Champions as a disappointment, especially coming off Doom. Multiplayer only, character based, not being made by ID. Fucked it. Is it id or ID?
It's
Id then. It's like whenever I try to remember if it's IT crowd or IT crowd.
Yeah.
Always get it wrong. Also, I call it Father Teed. Right. Just last one.
Yeah,
right.
last one. Hit me.
Last one. Martin, this is from Malcolm Barsclap. No, it fucking isn't. Yeah, it fucking is. Disappointment. Zelda.
What?
Zelda's a letdown. I know, love it.
What?
But it was a poor presentation.
Oofed. That trailer though. That trailer. That's
also,
all it needs.
I did see, I can't find it there, because we got quite a few.
Somebody went off in one about how
I think, like,
Zelda looked.
it being an open world game,
Yeah.
I think for me, and we were talking about this over dinner, because we really fucking ruined that dinner,
I know, man.
is that it's very rare that Nintendo, when they do something like this, especially one of their main flagship series, go really wrong with
Aye.
it. Even games like for example, Super Mario Sunshine wasn't the best 3D Mario,
No.
but still, like, see if you just see how that looks,
Yeah.
it looked astounding, and
Yeah.
it still was great fun to play.
Yeah.
I don't think they would introduce all this open world, all this adventure and exploration, and not have thought it all through.
Yeah.
And I know, like, there's a reluctance. You see open world games, like fucking Skyrim's back again. And there's all these games that they don't pack character and stuff to do. They're just grey wanderings. And even just watching the trailer for it, I just thought there's always going to be something, some new beautiful vista, some new adventure over the next hill. And for me, that's what Zelda's always been. It's just now they're not locking it behind, alright, you can't go here till you've got the hook shot, or you can't go here until you've got X, Y, Z. It looks more like you're going to be more limited by the fact that you walk left for 10 minutes and you're going to be like, fuck, I wish I'd walked right. Because it's that child in a sweetie shop. You don't. For every one sweet you have, it means you can't have 50 others.
Aye.
That's it. I think that you're going to be more shocked by how much you can do in it, rather than thinking, oh fuck, there's nothing. And it just blows my mind.
So as you can tell, me and Scott are both totally on board with New Zelda already.
Yeah, I think that's
but
highlight
I can
for me.
understand though, because there is something to be said by how focused the journey is in Skyward Sword, for example. I love the journey in that game.
Oh yeah, I
and
mean,
other Zelda games.
yeah,
But
definitely.
I like my Twin Worlds worked so well because it was so open.
It was a great example of so how could we do it, and it worked well.
Yeah. So it's going to be good. So here we go. Hope you best.
So best game
Right,
Zelda.
we both agree Zelda then. Biggest disappointment.
After that, I'm just trying to think of what else. I mean, obviously, those games are kind of talked about that I'm really excited about, like Mass Effect, but they didn't really show much. So I'm like,
Last Guardian's finally got a date.
It's been having some interesting, like, write-ups, like Eurogamer saying they played the first 40 minutes and they said it's at turns both brilliant and worrying. So there's a
Fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm on board.
Aye.
I'm buying it day
I'm trying
one.
to think what big thing. There's a few things that are coming out. Like, I'm really looking forward to Dragon Quest coming out on the 3DS and Box Boy, the sequel to Box Boy. I'm trying to think. There's been a few other things as well. There's a new 3DS RPG that looks quite cool. I'm trying to think what other Sony stuff. I mean, I think is it Horizon Zero? That's
Dawn.
the Zero Dawn. I'm kind of interested in that, and Detroit as well. As I said, those are the kind of ones that I'm most interested in. Not too bothered about all this fucking new console chat.
Aye, yeah.
Like, it's especially because the Xbox one sounds like folk are getting absolutely fucking shafted.
Yeah.
Apparently the small. Well, I don't know if this is true, but the smaller Xbox apparently doesn't have a Kinect. Kinect, and I was like, there we go.
Funny.
I think maybe
I thought the Kinect was integral to the Xbox One's functioning.
I think for me the biggest disappointment probably is like the feeling that things are moving on too quickly. So
it's because the new consoles, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One came out too early. Like,
yeah.
think about it, really, they did. That's why they're mid time upgrade.
It's probably
things
why
happen.
there's still been quite a few games that have still been coming on both platforms.
Yeah.
Like Metal Gear felt like the kind of games it felt like it should have just been on PS4.
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid 5, so.
Yeah.
But they did the PS3 version anyway. I don't know what the sales have been like. I mean, I've not seen, but I know like there's some games that are coming out they're not bothering to do extra content for the PS3 version and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you remember we worked at Game Centre and we had like excess stock of Clear and Present Danger standing Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
That's what the Xbox 360 version of Metal Gear Solid 5 is like. Just piles of it.
Piles of it. I'm trying to think other disappointments. I think maybe the fact that, again, like every E3, it just felt like every game was coming 2017.
Yeah.
So it's just still like looking at what's coming out this year. In fact, another thing I was happy about actually is the South Park game.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. It's coming out this year, and you can get
the original, or the last one.
On like PS4. Looking forward to that. Anyway, you.
Well, Zelda's definitely the big one. As far as disappointments go, I watched the trailer for Paper Mario, the new one, right? And I love Paper Mario games. I love Paper Mario for the N64. I love Thousand Year Door. But Sicker Star was terrible. And you'd think, right, they would react to that and make another. You know, the old school ones that they like, but apart, it looks like it's going to be a similar thing to Sticky Star? Sticker Star. The Jacker's back again. Yeah. Sticky Star.
I kind of worried a wee bit. I'm not worried, but it feels like the original Paper Mario games are really fun and like brilliant RPGs, but they've kind of been like, they don't really need. It doesn't need to be an RPG anymore, does it?
Let's just do whatever.
Bit of a shame. Yeah. Anyway, before we round up,
yes,
we've got one last Hideo or Hidino.
Okay.
So, remember, from his notebook, there's some other potential title for Death Stranding.
Yep.
And it was Metal Gear Solid 5 Director's Cut. Was that a potential or was it not a potential title?
Yes.
Correct!
Hey.
Got one. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 15 so far for the mini feature. But anyway, Joe, that's enough of that.
That's.
Tell people how they can learn more about BitSocket.
You can learn more about BitSocket by searching for us. No, you can.
Don't put it into Google because you're not going to find us.
You're going to find a fucking wrench. No, you can listen to our podcast on iTunes and on our website bit-socket.com, and also on the Acast website as well because we're part of that now. But you can also watch our videos on YouTube, and we've started doing more recently. We've got a new feature called 5 Minutes in Heaven. Wait a minute, it's not a new feature. It's just one of our podcast features, but in video form. Oh. You actually get to see us play the games this time. So we've done 2 so far.
We'll have a third up probably the next week.
Next week or so, and we've got plenty more to come. As well, we've got some more. We'll be having reviews and that as well. So it's not just going to be 5 minutes in heaven for the rest of forever. But if you can leave us a wee rating and a wee review on iTunes, that'd be very nice of you because every little helps.
Of course, and if you're on the social medias,
if you are.
You can, of course, find us on Twitter at BitSocket. You can also find us on Facebook at BitSocket and fucking, Tinder at BitSocket as well.
And you can find us in Glasgow.
Find us in Glasgow. Jacking it in your bag. The Jacker's been... He's left a gift. He's stuck the fucking plants together. What's that? What's the dog eating? And remember, of course, to subscribe,
and subscribe,
rate,
engage with our content.
Let's get further content. Anyway, Joe, from the Isle,
and exciting news as well. Actually,
there's,
if you listen very closely to the ground, you might hear the faintest rumblings of the next BitSocket Live being organised.
Oh, yes.
We were having a wee chat about this the other day. We've got a date in mind. All will be revealed soon.
Very soon.
Yep, it's going to be good.
Yes.
So keep your eyes open.
So remember, from the Isle of Arran.
Yep.
Where we've recorded probably our most mediocre podcast. Remember to always...
Our E3 special.
Keep it socking.